I just shot. All right, starting another year at the Texas lease, 2016. Just getting out here, getting ready to unpack. Yep, that's right. Back in the hill country, looking for the whitetail deer. It's beautiful out here today. It's been a beautiful day. It's supposed to be basically like this, except for a couple days with some chance of showers. But man, I can't wait to get started. I've seen some amazing pictures of bucks on trail cameras from a friend, and it's gonna be a fun year out here. I can't wait. Okay, got my first blind set up here. You can see there's lots of good brush behind it. When that sun's up, it blends in much better with the background. You can see I got a little bit of coverage off to the right, or the left when you're sitting in the blind, and more here. You can see there's the feeder right there, and I actually scared a nice looking buck up. He was standing there right in front of the feeder waiting for it to go off as I came in to set everything up. This is where I got one of my does last year, but I'd set up right by that tree last year. I just felt like that was a little bit too close to the feeder, plus I'm shooting right at the feeder, which I don't like to do. So I put it right here this year, a little bit further back, but I'll be shooting a rifle, so that still is a fairly simple shot from there. We are picking up all our cameras and putting out more corn. So feeders like this one right here, they aren't going off. Those aren't our feeders. So we're bringing our own corn out and continuing to put corn out over this week before we start gun season. So we came out to refresh the corn today and also pick up all our trail cameras. And we're going to check and see what we have on there. And I'll share some of the best ones with you guys. So this is kind of a fun little feature of this property. You've got this creek bed here with all the rocks and everything. And we're going to climb up that hill in the truck. Woo-hoo, buddy. All right, we are heading out for the afternoon hunt. Didn't really see anything this morning other than that hog that spooked me this morning. Scared the poop out of me, as a matter of fact. I did see a buck. I call it a bix, a buck I can't shoot. He was just too young. He came into the feeder and that's pretty much where he stayed, and then he left. But that's all I saw this morning. This afternoon I am heading out to do a hunt in a ghillie suit. We do this a lot in locations we haven't really hunted before and that we don't have a pop-up blind put up. And it's a little bit fun, you know, it's a little bit different. You're just out there on a chair with a ghillie suit and a tripod for your rifle. It's pretty basic. You know, there's really not much setup or prep for it. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of times you can get really close to the animals. So that's what I'm doing this afternoon. I'm going out a little early because you're not going to shoot them sitting at the house. So I'm on my way out to the field. I saw the 4.5-year-old buck that I was looking for. He came, he saw me, and he hauled butt. The reason he got to be that old, he was enormous. Sounded like a Clydesdale when he took off. He was only 40 yards away from me. Really tough to hunt a deer like that from a ghillie suit, definitely. I had him in my scope, didn't have a shot yet. He was looking away from me and I looked up to get a better look at him. And as I looked up, he turned his head, he saw me, and he took off. I may try and get him again later this week. Now I know where he's going, pretty much like clockwork. So, that's a tough one though. It's cool to see him though. Man, he was huge. Huge. All right, so this hunt has become very interesting. Yesterday we got a lot of rain, and this hill country red clay really does not handle rain very well. So it becomes a wet, muddy, sloppy mess, and we had a lot of difficulty getting out to our stands, a lot of difficulty getting up to the camp house. It's really just a mess. It's not good, and they're expecting 80% chance of rain this afternoon, 60% chance of rain all day tomorrow, and really it can't handle any more rain. So I am evacuating myself back to Fredericksburg. If I think I can get out and hunt, I will drive back to the lease and hunt. But as for right now, I don't feel safe out there. I feel like we're gonna get trapped. And part of the reason for that is, let me show you here. You've got these water crossings right there. When it rains real hard, those will get filled with water, and then you can't get through without floating your vehicle, even with a 4-wheel drive vehicle. So that's another issue, is we could get trapped out there and not be able to get out. No electricity, no running, well, we have running water. You know, we do have a generator, but you know, how long will the gas last if we get stuck out there? And I'm scheduled to leave on Wednesday, and today's Monday, so I'm gonna make sure I'm out safe while I have a window of opportunity, so that's what I'm doing right now. Did finally get out yesterday afternoon, even after the rain. It was slip sliding all the way to the stand, but we made it. Got to see a few bucks, had some pigs come in and shot a pig. It's always good to get rid of one more wild hog, especially when it was a sow like this one was. No more breeding for that girl. Then at the end of the night, had something very interesting. Had what sounded like a grizzly bear growling in the woods. It scared the 2 bucks off that were there, and it scared me off. I don't know what it was, but I didn't want to tangle with it after dark. So I don't know if it was an angry hogzilla ticked off that I took out his girlfriend, or a sick cow, or another. I mean, it sounded like a grizzly bear. Arr! And then I don't know what it was, but I wasn't sticking around to find out.